IT teams don't necessarily have the skills for the technologies that they don't have yet. So by engaging with a service provider like Dimension Data, we can help them both deliver the new technologies, potentially then support and manage the new technologies on behalf of that customer. So there's definitely a skills gap inside our customers. There's lots of technologies and services they want to consume and want to embrace, but might not have the skill resources in-house. When we're talking to customers about global data center consolidation and rationalization programs, the hardest thing for them to do is to understand what is actually going on globally and how to actually start the program, because it's a very difficult and very complicated global structure that they have rolled out potentially over many, many years. And you've got to unpick this, and when they're looking to consolidate and collapse into maybe single or multiple regional data centers, how do they go around doing that? And that's a tough challenge that they have to face. We've seen many RFPs come across our desks where customers know what they want the outcome to be, but they don't necessarily ask us to engage in the right way to help us to help them. They want simply, how much would it be to run this service on your cloud in this location? How much would it be for a square foot of colo in this location? And we say, well, what kind of process are you running? What are you trying to achieve? Oh, well, we're running a global data center consolidation program. Okay, so asking for a unit cost on different platforms in different locations is not necessarily the right way to achieve that. So sometimes when we're talking to customers, we get a very complicated set of requirements that's sometimes too complicated for what it's actually trying to achieve. And we try and bring the customer maybe back up or maybe slightly back a step, which says, let's fully understand what you got and what you want to achieve first, and then we can help you build the business case to support that global program. Jersey Telecom wanted themselves to diversify their own business and move away from just being a primary telecoms provider on the Channel Islands, Jersey and Guernsey. And what they wanted to do was to build a cloud business and take cloud to their very captive market on the Channel Islands and be the primary public and private cloud provider. So at that time they went out to market looking for a service provider to work with, or a technology stack, technology providers to work with to assemble a cloud solution that they could take out to market as infrastructure as a service. And they went to all the main vendors, and what they were looking to do is sell them technology and drop the technology onto the islands and consider that to be their private cloud that they would then resell as an infrastructure as a service. When they engaged with Dimension Data, we got a very different approach to this, and we call it our One Cloud program. And what we actually do is we give our One Cloud partners exact replicas of our own public cloud infrastructure. It gets installed in their data centers, and it gets white labeled and badged as JT in this case. But again, a little bit more different than just putting the technology on the ground. One of our differentiators is the way in which we work with our customers to enable and help transform their business from being a primary telecommunications carrier on the islands to a provider of infrastructure as a service. It requires a very different skill set, a very different set of processes internally. For example, their salespeople, they will be used to selling speeds and feeds and telecommunications services onto the islands, but now they're moving to selling consumption-based cloud platforms. So the Dimension Data One Cloud program goes and works with their business on a 9-point enablement program covering finance, HR, sales, operations, customer support, and how actually that can completely help transform their back-end operation to help make sure that this public cloud service is going to be successful.